What's up, YouTube? So I want to make it known about, Virginia, and I believe this is a lot of states are doing this. It's been on the news about, people getting tickets out of state, and it's $1 million business because the officers know that these people are not going to come back to these states or whatever that they traveled in, got these tickets, and they're just going to pay them and forget about it. Well, let me tell you all something. These tickets, especially if there's points involved, you pay them. You best believe your auto insurance rates are going to go up, and it's going to take about 2 months for that to happen. But you're going to see a big spike in your insurance, and because they're crooks too, and you know. But let me tell you what happened. So, I was coming from court down in Virginia, and I was fighting a case down there, and maybe I'll make another video talking about that. But um, where I got pulled over was in Richmond, okay, Richmond, Virginia, and so I was doing the guys. Let me tell you what had happened. So he pulled me over. Okay, mind you, there was a couple vehicles around us. They were all from Virginia. He pulled me over because I had Maryland tags. I have a '05 Chevy Cobalt. Okay, so I pulled over, and he gets behind me. He comes up to the passenger window and he says, you know why I pulled you over? And I says, no, in all honesty, I don't know. So as far as I know, I was doing the correct speed. And I said, I do know that we all did hit our brakes. I said, but that's because I had people in front of me. And, when you see brake lights, you got to hit your brakes, And so anyways, he says, you doing 75 and a 55. And I said, so, I said, in all honesty, sir, no disrespect, I said, I guess you just picked me out of the pile. And I said, but out of several cars, we were all doing 75 then. And you just happened to pull me out because why? I mean, I'm from Maryland. And he says, well, are you in the military? And I said, no. And I had, like, camouflage shorts on or something that day, white t-shirt like I always am in. And and I said, no sir, I'm not. And I said, you could check my record, my driving record or whatever, and I don't know if you can see that in your patrol car, but I don't have any points, I don't have any at-fault accidents, nothing. I said something's just not right. I don't know. If I was speeding, I apologize, but I feel like I really was doing the speed. And he says, are you sure you're not in the military? He said it 3 times in a row, people. And my guess, this must be a get out of speed ticket thing that they do down there for people, because there's a lot of people in the military, in which Virginia has many bases, and all types of military stuff going on in Alexandria and whatnot, and further down, the Marine base and all. So he said it's 3 times, and I said, no, I'm not in the military. He came back and he says, look, that's what I'm gonna do for you. He gave me, he did give me, what is it? It does say speeding 75 and a 55, okay, but he made it to where as though it's not a must appear at court. Meaning I could just pay this and don't worry about showing up, because in Virginia 20 miles over the speed limit is a must appear. But somehow he said, that's what he said, you making this to where you don't have to show up for court. Okay, they just wanted our money, that's all it was. And in all honesty, this was probably a $200 and some fine. I don't know, it's probably on here somewhere, but Jesus, I mean, so anyways, okay, I go to court like 2 weeks ago, and the judge, I told her the same thing, and then also what had happened after this being pulled over on this incident, I head to Pennsylvania, okay, that's where I work, but although I live in Maryland, and so I got pulled over by a state trooper there also, okay, so I immediately knew something was wrong with the car, okay. And the car has over 100,000 miles on it, but it's a good running car. Chevy Cobalt, just like a Cavalier. Same motor and everything, pretty much the same. Just newer gadgets, easier on gas, whatever. But this, I knew something was wrong, so I told the trooper, Pennsylvania, and he said, well, look, I see you just got a ticket. And I get what you're saying. There has to be something wrong with the car. I explained to him, like, dude, I really do not get tickets. I don't, nothing, And I said, all I'm gonna do is park this car when I get to the house, and I am going to drive my truck. And when I get the money, I'm gonna take the car to the mechanic, find out what's going on. Lo and behold, to get to that point, I don't know what's going on with this thing. So it was speed. I took it in there to check the speedometer and all that stuff. See if the car was going. See if the speedometer was showing me the correct speed or whatever. And the guy, $475. This is where I took it to, and speed cluster not working properly. Okay, need new cluster, and I think speed sensor or something he fixed in there. I'm not sure. This here was the ticket. That's my name. This is Richmond. This right here is the state trooper. I don't know, trooper short. I don't know. Code badge number. It looks like 6231. Richmond. That's the ticket number 249-26371. Okay, so the court ordered me to pay $57 and do this dumb class. Okay, and she asked the state trooper and the state's attorney, what about his driving record? Okay, this is the completion of this class I had to do. That was $65 plus my time and fuel cost to get there. And $57 also for the court fee for Richmond. Again, they just wanted my money. Had I just paid the ticket, it would have been the ticket and probably $82 for court processing fee also. But they're saying, so when the judge asked the state's attorney and the state trooper about my driving record, they said, well, he's from out of state, Your Honor. We don't have one. Well, how is that? You have state. They know when you have a warrant. They know when your license is suspended. So come on now, please. Now, had I known they wouldn't have had a driving record, I would have brung a certified driving record from my motor vehicles in Maryland, okay? All right, I'm getting ready to mail this out, along with a $57 money order to Richmond. Money-hungry people. It's crazy. So, and the judge told me, so I told the judge, the white lady judge, and I just had to be honest with her. I don't lie about this stuff. I mean, if you're caught, you're caught. I mean, yeah, you could just try to talk your way out of it or into a lesser fine or no points. But all I'm saying is that, when somebody comes there with a receipt and they're telling you that they don't have nothing on their driving record, why would they tell you that when they knew you could look it up and check to see if they're lying, So she ordered me to do this class and pay $57 court costs by October 25th, 2018. And if I don't, then I have to, if I do it, then, they'll dismiss it. Okay, they'll dismiss this off my record. No points, nothing, no speeding ticket, nothing. So for me to do this, but the state trooper explained to me what's going to happen. He says, well, this is your one-time get out of a speeding ticket offense. And, it was like 2 points involved or 3 points involved, something like that. They consider it reckless driving, 20 miles over. Okay, and, so people in Virginia, be careful. But also, make videos, please. I want people to start making videos of stuff that is going wrong in your government. All right, this is stuff. This is how we can outreach people and show them, like, okay, the news media, whatever, they're a bunch of liars too, but there are some out there that do tell the truth. Okay, there's some medias out there that will you know, get the truth out there and try to get the change that people want change done. So everybody has got to understand where I'm coming from about this and why I'm making this video and putting it on YouTube, because this is just wrong. When you have proof of there was a malfunction in your vehicle, you had no knowledge of the speeding because of a gauge cluster malfunction, or, you know, in my case, the malfunction was I was doing 75 because he clocked me, or us, or all several vehicles, because I was in the middle of a bunch of other cars. And again, they all were from there, from Virginia. That's what was on their tags. Virginia tags. Mine are Maryland. Different colors and everything, you know. So he already knew as a state trooper that I was out of state. Even if you're, you know, a few hundred feet away when he's doing the radar. You could see that. Okay? So, you know, things have got to get done in our government, man. You know, this is just outright wrong. This is really wrong. So, you know, and again, if, you know, you get a ticket and you feel like, you know, I'm telling you all, screw it, take the time off. It's worth you going back down to wherever it was and try to fight it, or get no points. Because let me tell you, 2 months from now, you will see a big increase in your insurance rates. I promise you that. Especially State Farm. State Farm, they're crazy, you know. So that's all I can say. Thanks for watching. I'm just gonna put this topic as a, you know, I don't know, something. Speed ticket, Virginia, gone wrong. Have a good day.